Yeah, new environment, new situation, new teammates. I always feel like I got to prove myself to my teammates and my coaches every day, no matter what I've done in the league. So, I feel like it's pressure on me to be who I am every day. And I put that on me internally, So sometimes it's a balance, though, because I might go think too much about a situation and, throw myself off. So I feel like it's all healthy, though, man. I got good intentions, and I want to do well out there. And, so I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Too many players in the NBA get too much pressure to lead. I just don't think it's necessary. It's my job to lead. And players do it in spots. But that's the one thing I told him. I said, look, I'm not looking for you to lead. We just want you to be yourself and hoop. And I think that's where he's the most free to be himself. We know we have Chris. Book leads in his own way. Chris has been a great leader his whole life. We just want Kevin to be himself. And I think he can show nuances of leadership, and I think he does that with the way he works.
So basically, translation, like Brandon said earlier, hey, KD, just score buckets. That's all we need from you.
That's all you need.
Brad Botkin joining us now here on set. So the Suns in 4th place in the Western Conference right now, 3 games behind the Kings. You saw KD last night. Yep. How did he look?
Well, did you watch? He looked like Kevin Durant. 10 for 15 from the field. He was efficient. He showed no rust. They are really going to be difficult to defend. Him and Devin Booker combined for 60 points. You are not going to be able to double team either one of those guys without being severely punished. He scored in pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton. He scored against drop coverage, pulling up off the dribble in the mid-range. He scored on catch and shoots. His first bucket was a catch and go to the rim. He showed everything in the arsenal last night. But what I was most impressed with, and what I think I've been most impressed with all season, is his defense. Okay, this guy's a two-way player. I noted a two-way sequence last night that kind of showed it totally showed his value on both ends of the court. He's tracking a ball handler down to the baseline, and then right at the right time, he pops back to a sinking big and switches onto him, blocks the shot. Mark Williams tried to get it up quick. KD was right there, stuffs the shot, gets out, runs the floor, and hits a 3 on the other end. That two-way sequence right there shows what Kevin Durant is going to bring on both ends of the floor for Phoenix.
A big addition, of course, for Phoenix, obviously. Now, bigger picture, how do you think they factor in second there? We just put up the odds to win. Where do the Suns factor in?
They factor in right at the top. Now, this is a fun NBA season. We're going to talk about the East in a minute. A lot of teams can consider themselves really top-tier contenders. I bet you there's 6, 7 teams that legitimately can say that. The Suns are certainly one of them. I said when the trade went down that they became the immediate favorite to win. I still believe that. They're the best team in the West, certainly on a top-end talent level. They can play two-way, and their ability to knock down mid-range shots, which we know have lost some favor in the analytical crowd, but we know come playoff time when you have to get a bucket, they now have 3 of the 4 best mid-range shooters in the league, the most dependable guys when you need a bucket, and I think that's going to decide playoff series for them. I would make them the favorite in the West. I wouldn't say it's a runaway. There's a lot of teams that are going to factor in. I still think the Warriors have something to say. The Nuggets are very good, but I would make the Suns the favorite in the West.
If you're opening it up to the East, though, as you mentioned just about Boston,
yep,
and then also Milwaukee, if you're looking at it, Milwaukee, 16 straight wins?
Yeah.
They can win any type of way. It doesn't matter on any given night. But the Celtics, every now and then they seem like the team that we saw last year get to the finals. Mm-hmm. If it's coming down to those two, coming out of the East and maybe winning something, who are you taking between the two?
I saw this on the rundown, and our producer comes by and he says, who do you like? I need to get some graphics ready. And I can't say I don't know. I don't know.
Say something.
But if you're going to make me say something, I'm going to say the Celtics. We're really splitting hairs here. Both teams are deep. Both teams have star-studded guys at the top of their roster. But I like the Celtics in the half court a little bit better. I like their ability to create more consistent shots. I think that the Bucks rely a little bit more on getting Giannis in the open floor. We have seen their half court numbers plunge a little bit. Now, they haven't had their big 3 for most of the season, which makes the fact that they have the best record in the league all the more impressive. I'm not quite drinking the Kool-Aid of the 16-game streak. They're unbelievable. If they win, nobody's going to be surprised. You can't come back to this segment and say, you said the Celtics are going to win. But I do think if you make me split hairs, the Celtics are more equipped in the half court, and that's why I would take them in a 7-game series.
Real quickly, does experience in winning for the Bucks, does that factor in that? And you still say the Celtics? Or
I don't, I guess you'd have to talk to somebody who's actually been in an NBA Finals game. To me, like, does the fact that the Celtics went to Game 6 of the Finals last year, that they didn't actually win it, does that mean they don't have Finals experience? The Bucks closed it out in a weird year. I don't think that factors in. If they meet up in a 7-game series, I don't think we can honestly go into that and evaluate the series and say, well, the Bucks won it 3 years ago and the Celtics got 2 wins away. I just don't think that factors in.
By the way, I know you said something about Miami, but we're not talking Miami today. They're 22-1 to come out the East.
Don't make that bet.
I'm not.
Don't make that bet.
Brad Botkin, as always, appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.
As we get busy, of course, later tonight, top of the slate, you see it there, the People's team, the Raptors taking on the Washington Wizards.
People's team.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't see no magic up there. Sixers and Mavericks.
They don't play tonight.
Pacers at Spurs. They're not allowed after what we saw last night. Clippers at Warriors at 10 Eastern for your nightcap.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.